welcome to my keto kitchen. You guys know me as Billie Jean TT or hashtag Keto Boss Girl 75. And welcome tonight. We are cooking up some mean steaks on the grill tonight. So you guys are not going to see me cooking them tonight. My husband's going to be cooking the steaks, but I am making a loaded cauliflower broccoli casserole. So, and it's got a lot of moving parts to it. So as you're hopping on, say hey. I'm going to grab a couple ingredients and then we're going to get started. We're making loaded cauliflower broccoli casserole. So if you have kids, they are going to love this. It's got cheese, it's got broccoli and cauliflower in it, and it's got bacon. So I'm going to grab a couple ingredients. So as you're hopping on, say hey, say hi. Tell me what you're cooking for dinner tonight. If you're watching me live, drop live in the comments below. If you're watching my replay, hashtag replay. Make sure that you share. Hit that share button and share. And when you share it, drop zing in my comments so I know that you shared, so I can share some love with you. And also tap my face so that way you can follow me and you know when I'm going live. So give me just a minute. I'm going to grab a few things out of the refrigerator and I'm going to show you guys how we do keto loaded cauliflower broccoli casserole for dinner tonight. So say hey as you're hopping on. You're going to hear me in the background. I'm talking away. I'm just going to grab these few ingredients that I have sitting aside for tonight. And this broccoli casserole has bacon and cheese and cauliflower and broccoli. And let's see what else. Sour cream's in it, mayonnaise, and heavy whipping cream. So you get all your fats in it that you need to sustain your keto. So I'm going to grab a couple more things out of the fridge that I got set aside, and I'll be right back. So tell me what you're cooking for dinner tonight. I want to know what everybody's having. What are you guys eating? What's on the menu tonight for dinner? Tell me where you're from. If you're watching me live, drop 1 in the comments or live. If you're watching my replay, hashtag replay in the comments below or the number 2. Make sure you hit that share button. Share me if you know somebody that's doing keto or not doing keto. This stuff is still good even if it's not keto. So, but this recipe that I'm cooking tonight calls for chives. I'm not a fan of chives, guys, so I am going to be actually using scallions or green onions, whatever you want to call them. So I've got together the ingredients. I cut up all my cheese today for you guys. So we're going to get started. First, this recipe calls for cauliflower and broccoli, and you have to boil it or steam it, however way you do it, until it's fork soft. So I went ahead and did that because I didn't want to make you guys wait while I was boiling the vegetables. So I went ahead and pre-cooked mine. You're going to be using a baking dish. So you're going to need a baking dish. And I usually, again, as everybody knows, I use avocado spray. So I spray the bottom of my dish so that my stuff doesn't stick to it. You're going to need some bacon. So I'm going to turn you guys down to the counter so you can see everything I've got out here. So you'll see all the ingredients of what is being used in this dish aside from the vegetables. So I'm going to move you guys up. Bear with me. So as you can see, you got heavy whipping cream, sour cream, mayonnaise. I use onions, green onions. It calls for chives, but I don't like chives. And then 2 kinds of cheese. You need your sharp cheddar and then your Colby Monterey Jack. You're going to need bacon and then, of course, the vegetables. So I've got broccoli and cauliflower already done and ready to go. And then we are pairing this with some sirloin steak. So I'm going to show you guys these steaks. Now, I've been marinating these steaks. When I purchase my steaks, I go ahead and put marinade on them before I put them in the freezer. So that way they have time to marinate. Now, these are bigger than what I would normally eat on a keto. But I'm also feeding a family of 4, so we all share these steaks. So here are the sirloins, and I'm going to turn these over to my husband. He's going to actually cook these on the grill tonight. I'm not cooking these on my Ninja tonight. So I'm going to turn these over to him. Here you go, honey.
Thank you.
And we're going to get started on making this cauliflower casserole. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Just drop a line. If you can't see something, let me know. I'm going to move you guys back so you can see a little more of my counter space. All right, so first I'm going to start with the bacon. You have to, we need bacon bits for this, so I'm going to show you guys how I do my bacon. Little frying pan, my best friend, a pair of scissors, and I usually have my bacon cut in smaller strips, so I'll cut it in half. Now it says 8 slices of bacon, and then I just cut it up into little bits like this, and what you do is you're going to fry it up until it's crispy. Now these make great for bacon bits, and when you're eating the keto lifestyle, bacon is good, but it's not, people have a tendency to think that, oh my God, I can eat all the bacon I want. No, you cannot. You're not supposed to eat all the bacon you want. So I don't sit down and eat a breakfast and have 10 slices of bacon. That's Atkins. That's not keto. Keto is all about your healthy fats. So bacon is a healthier fat, but you need to eat it in moderation. So I usually do, that was 2 slices, and I cut these up into small pieces. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Please make sure you hit that share button. If you're watching me live, hit live. If you're watching me on replay, hashtag replay. Please drop a comment. Tell me what you're having for dinner. I want to know what everybody's eating tonight. What are you guys having? And where are you coming from? Where are you guys watching me from? I know everybody's crazy with the quarantine blues and stuck at home, and the kids are not in school. And every day that this keeps going on, alcohol sounds better and better for some, I'm hearing. I think there was even one guy who went to his neighbors, he went for a walk through the block and went to every one of their recycle bins, and they all had wine or some type of alcohol in their bins. So everybody's hanging at home having a good time. If y'all are dropping comments, I can't see them. Facebook might be a little bit slow tonight. Just make sure you tap my face to follow, and that way you get notified when I go live. Now, I'm a bacon lover, but I'm going to try and stick to this recipe. Sometimes I add a little extra only because I like extra bacon, but I'm not going to do that today. Because tomorrow morning, we're having coffee and breakfast. So if you're around, tomorrow morning, we're making egg puffs. So come join me at 9 o'clock for some egg puffs and coffee. And if you don't drink coffee, bring your favorite soda, water, tea, whatever it is you like to drink. Cappuccino. So now that we got the bacon cut up, this is what it looks like. It's all in little pieces. And we put it on the stove, and I usually cook it around 8 or 9 just to fry it up. And I'm going to wash my hands real quick, and I'll be right back. Because we're going to need that. And then while the bacon's cooking, I'm going to get everything else prepared for this dish. And it doesn't take very long once the stuff is ready. So as you're hopping on, say hi. If you're watching me live, put live in the comments. If you're watching my replay, hashtag replay. So you need a half of a large head of broccoli and half of a large head of cauliflower for this recipe. And you cut it into florets, and then you either steam it or boil it. I boil mine because I don't have a steamer. So this is it already cooked and ready to go. Like I said, I didn't want you guys to have to wait for me to cook the vegetables. So I went ahead and pre-cooked them. So now while we're waiting for the bacon to fry, like I told everybody, here's my bacon all crumbled up in the pan frying for this recipe. We're going to mix these other ingredients. So I'm going to get a bowl. And I'm going to mix all this stuff in a bowl. Tell me what you guys are having for dinner tonight. Y'all don't be so shy. Talk to me. Tell me what's going on. What is everybody eating for dinner? What are you guys doing? Are you just hanging out at home? Where's everybody at? All right, so now it says you're going to combine your sour cream, mayonnaise, and heavy cream and black pepper in a large bowl. So I'm going to move this out of the way. So I've got my sour cream and my mayonnaise, of course. And as everybody knows, I only use Hellmann's. Hey Susie, glad you're hopping on and be able to enjoy watching the show tonight. How's everything at home? Everybody okay? How is your counting going? Tell me how it's going with your carb manager. Are you getting that down pretty well? So we're going to add, oh, I didn't want to wear it. Dang it. Man, I'm a hot mess today, guys. I've been outside working in the pool. I've been doing some training today online. So it's a half a cup of sour cream. So there's our half a cup of sour cream that's going to go in. And I'm just going to keep an eye on the bacon. And then we're also going to need a half a cup of mayonnaise, so I'm going to rinse this spoon off real quick. As you're hopping on, say hi, tell me where you're at, what you're cooking for dinner. What's everybody having tonight? What are you guys doing? Spending time with the kids, watching them play outside? I mean, there's not a whole lot to do right now with everybody on lockdown. Except for me. I still have to go to work every day. But that's a part of being an essential employee. Oh, I'm glad, Susie. If you need any more help with the carb thing, just let me know. I know sometimes breaking out into keto and learning all the tricks and stuff is kind of hard. All right, so we've got our sour cream and mayonnaise, which is a half a cup of sour cream and a half a cup of mayonnaise. And then it's going to be 1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream. And right now I'm using Winn-Dixie brand because we can't get anything here anywhere right now. It is absolutely nuts. I don't understand. Before this, everybody was like, keto, yeah, keto, keto. Now everybody wants our heavy whipping cream because they can't get their hands on anything else. And pork rinds. What do y'all need pork rinds for? Give us back our pork rinds. I use that in most of my meals. So, 1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream. And then it says to add in the black pepper. That's funny. There's no black pepper on this recipe. Oh, there it is. 1/4 teaspoon. Okay. So I don't really measure that. I just kind of add it in there just for the fun of it. I'm not a big black pepper fan, but I do know. Ooh, I just like throwing stuff all over the place today, guys. You're about to get a really good show. All right, so now I'm going to mix it up. And as you can see, I'm stirring it up really good. I want to make sure everything's mixed up really good. And then it says add the broccoli and cauliflower to it, so I'm going to drop that in there as well. Bella, no. I'm going to check my bacon really quick. So, like I said before, I've got the bacon back here frying. This is the bacon. It's all chopped up and ready to go. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'll put that away when we're done. So now I've added my broccoli and cauliflower to the bowl. And let's see. All right, and we're just waiting on the bacon. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up. And let's see, it says to add 1 cup of the cheddar cheese. So as a golden rule, if you're eating keto, we don't buy any cheese in the bag. That is a no-no. You don't buy any pre-done, pre-sliced cheese in the bag. We only buy brick, and we shred it ourselves. So I went ahead and shredded my cheese today for this. So this is my shredded cheddar, and it says 1 cup. So this is a 1/2 cup. And there's my other half, and I'm adding it to my mixture. And then it says add your chives. And again, I don't really I'm not a huge fan of chives. I use green onions, so I'm gonna rinse them off real quick, and I'm gonna cut them. Give me just a second. I'm pulling a couple out. I don't need a whole lot of these. I don't use a whole lot of them because my family's not big fans of them. And my bacon's frying up really good. It smells delicious. I love bacon. You got the steaks on, baby?
Yeah.
Let me find some scissors. Give me 1 second. So, and now I'm gonna cut. I cut my onion. What's up, honey?
I just need a new plate and tongs.
Ouch. Here's tongs. And give me 1 second, guys. I gotta save the bacon because I don't want to burn it. So, now the bacon's done, so y'all can see it's nice and crispy. I leave it an extra minute just to finish up any little leftover flabbies because I don't really like fatty bacon. So, you needed a plate, you said?
Bacon
Here you
fat
go.
anyway?
Bacon is fatty, but it's not the way you're thinking. So anyway, so I cut my
And you don't have bedroom bacon.
No, I don't have bedroom bacon. Y'all, please forgive my husband. He's full of jokes today. So I cut my green onions. I don't do a whole lot of them because, like I said, my family is not a big fan of green onions. I like them, but they don't care for them. But I think they give food really good flavor. Anybody agree with me on that? So, I just grabbed a little bit more. It won't matter to them. Who cares? I'm the one cooking. They should be out here cooking it, but I'm doing it. Alright, so now we're going to add half of our bacon to this. And yes, I'm going straight from the pan with this, guys. So, I lifted up just a little to get the grease out of it. Not all of it, though, because I like some of the grease. The grease is what gives stuff flavor. So, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop questions in the comments. And when Facebook gets to them, it takes them a few minutes, but when it gets around to it, I'll answer them. Or if I don't catch it during the live, I'll answer after. But if you're watching me live, drop a 1 or live in the comments. If you're watching my replay, it's hashtag replay in the comments. Tap my face and click follow. And please, share me. Hit that share button and drop shared in the comments, and I'll share some love with y'all. All right, so we have the broccoli, the cauliflower, one of the cheeses, sour cream, mayonnaise, heavy whipping cream, and pepper already in there. And it says mix it up really well. So we're going to mix this up really, really good. And this is a really simple dish, guys. This did not take me long to put together. I think the longest process of this would be like the bacon and the vegetables cooking. All right. So then it says add it to your pan, and I sprayed, like I said, I sprayed my pan with avocado oil to keep everything from sticking to the bottom. And then you're going to pour everything in your pan, in your baking dish. And I'll move it back so you guys can see once I'm done getting everything out of the bowl. There you go. Can you guys see everything all right? All right. And you're going to spread it out like this. And then it says top with your other cup of bacon, or I mean cup of cheese. So I have the Colby Jack, and I'm going to sprinkle that on top. That's about right. So you're going to sprinkle it on the top. All right, and then they say to spread your bacon, leftover bacon around, so I just kind of kick it out of the pan like this. I try not to get a whole lot of the grease, but I do. The bacon grease gives your food so much flavor. And if you like bacon, I do keep my leftover grease, and I use it in a lot of recipes because you can. So, and then you top it with the bacon. And then it says you got to cover it and bake on 370 for 20 minutes. So, we're going to cover it with foil. And it's going to go in the oven on 370 for 20 minutes. And then you take it out and you cook it another 5 to 10 minutes uncovered. Just like that. You cook it for another 5 to 10 minutes uncovered and then serve. So by the time this gets done, my husband will be done with the steaks on the grill. So I'll set my timer for 20 minutes. And we're good to go. Anybody got any questions? Hey, Sonia. I usually do, Sonia, I usually do zoodles for if I'm doing spaghetti. And I don't do them that often because zucchini noodles are a lot of work. But I do use, not butternut squash because it's not keto friendly. Spaghetti squash. I love spaghetti squash. I do spaghetti squash with Rayo's spaghetti sauce, and I'll put pork in it and hamburger. I also do this with Rayo's Alfredo sauce, and I put pork and hamburger in it with ricotta and mozzarella cheese and turn it into a casserole, and it is so good. So yes, this is one of my favorite, and this is probably going to be the next dish I do, which will probably be next week. It just takes a lot of work to do it, so I have to kind of prepare one ahead of time, so that way you guys are not waiting for the 45 minutes for the squash to bake in the oven. Did that help? If you have any question, guys, just let me know. I'm just kind of cleaning some things up. It makes it a little bit easier when he comes in and I don't have to spend an hour after dinner cleaning up. And well, I don't usually. I make my kids clean up since they don't really help with dinner. Sonia, you still there? All right, so like I said, you bake that for 20 minutes, and then you take the little cover off it and you bake it for another 5 to 10. It usually turns a little brown, like a golden brown if you want it to. I wouldn't bake it too long because then it will become a soggy mess. But there you go. And that is called loaded cauliflower broccoli casserole. And I will drop pictures of it when it's done, along with the pictures of where I started. And then also, I'll drop the recipe in the comments. And I'm just pairing this with some sirloin steaks for dinner, making it simple and easy. Keto is not hard, folks. You just gotta learn how to do it. And there are so many recipes out there on Pinterest, everywhere. I'm part of a great keto Facebook group. If you are looking for recipes, let me know. I can drop you in that group if you're not already part of it. We have a bike club in there, and they're really great. It's a huge supportive group. So we always like to support each other, and we always share recipes in there, and I get a lot of my recipes from there as well. So, and don't forget, tomorrow morning, I will be back at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Yep. We're going to do coffee and egg puffs in the morning at 9 a.m. And egg puffs are something you guys can do with your kids. So they are so easy and simple to make. It's just something that you can definitely do with your children. And it makes it a little bit fun to make breakfast with them. And you can keep them in the fridge and eat them all week long. Because I always end up making 9 to 12 of them at a time. So I always put them in the fridge and my kids eat them all week long. So we'll be doing egg puffs tomorrow morning and coffee at 9 o'clock. Come join me then. If you have any questions, please just drop them in the comments below. I will get back to you. Facebook's a little bit slow, so I'm not seeing a whole lot of commenting. But if you're watching me live, drop live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. Make sure you tap my face to follow. If you want to be added to my Remind Keto Kitchen list, please message me your email address or your cell phone number. And when I do Keto Kitchens, I usually send out a message telling you that I'm doing a Keto Kitchen. And that way you get a chance, you can get a warning to hop on. So usually I try to send it the day before. Tonight was just a quick live. I was making something new and I wanted to share it with you guys. So again, thanks for joining me tonight on my Keto Kitchen. I hope you like what you see, and I will be posting pictures and recipes once it's done. You guys have a great, great, great Monday night, and I'll be seeing everybody tomorrow at 9 a.m. bright and early with some coffee and egg puffs. Bye, guys.